right. Let's see what this is all about, dude.
Starting or not yet?
It's about to start.
You're already streaming or?
Yeah, I just brought it live. All right. Guys, we're back at the desktop stream. We're actually going to kick it off, not with the news like we normally do, kicking it off with a live stream of OpenAI's live stream. Apparently, they have some news coming out. But as we're waiting here, in case this is your first time tuning into the stream, my name is William Samasegi. I've been a tech founder for the past 10 years. And on this stream, we're normally working on two companies. One company is in the Bitcoin mining industry called SAS Mining. If you own Bitcoin, you probably bought it on an exchange like Coinbase or some other exchange. You can start mining Bitcoin with SAS Mining. So go on to sasmining.com. Makes it super easy to become a Bitcoin miner. Then with MyWorker AI, it's an AI sales team as a service. So it will do all of the manual work to get your customers on the call. So those are the two companies we're building live. And in 3 minutes, we're going to see what's going on with this live stream here. Then we also have my buddy Andres here in the background. Do you want to pull up a chair or something?
Where are the chair?
I can. There's either.
You used to have another one. What happened with it?
That one's in Trevor's room.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you could ask Trevor if you could borrow his chair though.
So it's his chair?
That one's his.
Oh,
There's another one that we have. We have another one in my room, by the desk. If you want to pull that, Paige sometimes uses that one.
So we'll to start. So it's fine. I don't think it'll be that long.
Okay. And one thing is I'm gonna share this.
Oh yeah, you've never like connected your speaker. That's crazy.
Yo, Stefan, what's up? Well, the one thing is that if I play through the computer, it'll go through the mic. I could test it out though. See what it's like. Stefan, how's it going, man? How have you been? See, the thing that I like about this is that we can actually read the chat or engage with the chat versus when we're walking around.
Well,
what do the streamers do when they do that?
They don't. I mean, usually they just read it out loud and reply to it by speaking. They don't write.
Or I mean, when they're walking around.
Oh,
like
they just,
IRL.
They just check read, or sometimes they just say, yeah. So they just like read it from what the people are writing. Literally go and check, or they make it so that you have to pay some type of amount of money, and then it reads it out loud the message that they send.
Oh.
So yeah,
it's actually kind of smart.
Which is also what people do to like make jokes about them or say funny random shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. This is about to start. Did he tease what this launch is going to be?
No, he just said like live stream today, 10 a.m., new thing coming up. So that's it.
Try and get the... See if we can play it through the speaker. It's not playing.
I don't think this has audio now.
So it does. I've heard it play before.
When you go to YouTube, it's not off or muted on YouTube. This is YouTube, right?
No, this is
yeah.
You're just playing louder through the headphone now?
No, there's no audio in the headphone. Should it have audio in the... With delay? Oh shit. Oh yeah, you hit it now.
Okay, yeah, it's on the Odyssey. See, wait, if you don't talk at all, look at... There's some background. That's why it's better to use the headphone if we can, but...
I mean, then just change it. It's fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Press FN and then look button. Then press delay. Okay, it's a madman.
Sam Altman delayed. Is Leo coming over today?
He said yesterday, so I don't know. I guess.
While we're waiting for this, we've got a bunch of responses to get back to from the MyWorker campaigns that launched. I'm gonna pull those up. Ooh. Person said they'd love to learn more about MyWorker. That's what we're talking about.
The family doctor in Ontario. Why who would need he need like MyWorker in Ontario, bro? It's very weird. Family doctor in Canada in Ontario must have so much fucking demand just by existing.
All right. Sam Altman, dude. Over 5 minutes delayed. Are we in the wrong place?
That's a good one. You just need to wait. Oh, that's what you clicked in? I thought you went to the web page. Go to the website. No way, we were just watching the loop video. Wow. Crazy, bro.
Okay, we'll start from the beginning.
The way
We're pretty much live.
a lot of brands like this is.
All right.
Good morning. Today we're going to launch ChatGPT Atlas, our new web browser. This is an AI-powered web browser built around ChatGPT. It's something we've been super excited about and working hard on for a long time, and really excited to share with you today. We think that AI represents like a rare once-a-decade opportunity to rethink what a browser can be about and how to use one and how to sort of most productively and pleasantly use the web. Tabs were great, but we haven't seen a lot of browser innovation since then, so we got very excited about the opportunity to really rethink what this could be. And in the same way that for the previous way people use the internet, the URL bar of a browser and the search box were a great analog, the way that we hope people will use the internet in the future, and that we're starting to see, is that the chat experience and a web browser can be a great analog. So we got to work designing a browser based around this kind of experience. The browser is already where a ton of work and sort of life happens. And we think that by having ChatGPT be sort of a core way to help you use that you can chat with a page, you can use ChatGPT to find stuff, you can use an agent mode with ChatGPT in a browser, way more stuff that we'll show you and you can try out later. We can take this pretty far. So we are excited to jump into a demo. Have some colleagues here. We'll start with Ben for introductions.
This demo.
Show you what we got.
Great, thanks, Sam. I'm Ben. I lead engineering for Atlas. So Atlas started with a question. What if you could chat with your browser? And from that idea, we reimagined the entire experience, replacing years of clutter and complexity with simple conversation. We wanted to make sure that Atlas didn't feel like your old browser, just with a chat button that was bolted on. But instead, we made ChatGPT the beating heart of Atlas. It's always by your side and ready to help as you move across the web. I find that when I use Atlas myself, I'm more curious. I ask more questions.
Screwed.
I think it's made me, just like I said, a more curious, better informed person. We also made sure that Atlas is fast and flexible enough to support some amazing new experiences that we'll show you shortly. It's a new kind of browser for the next era of the web, and we can't wait to show you what it can do. So Adam, do you want to take us through some of the features?
Yes, my name's Adam, product lead for Atlas. And as Sam and Ben mentioned, a little bit about why we built Atlas. I'm going to share a little bit about what Atlas is. So first, Atlas should feel very familiar. So it has all of your tabs, bookmarks, autofill for password, all the things you're used to. And then there's three special core features of Atlas that Ryan's going to walk you through in a bit. The first is chat comes with you anywhere as you go on the web. So no longer do you have to copy and paste between tabs when you're working on writing an email or a document.
And actually, it's going to be nice having this.
It'll just be right there for you to invoke it, and it'll have context of what you're working on, so it can be more helpful. That's chat anywhere across the web. The second big feature is browser memory. And we talked a lot about this when we were building it, but memory is such a critical feature in ChatGPT that people and users love today. And that's because as you use ChatGPT more, it just gets more personalized and helps you better and understands you much better. Now that's going to happen as you go on your browser across the web in Atlas, and it just should be more personalized and more helpful to you. And then the third, which we're really excited about, and Justin's going to show this later, is Agent, which is in Atlas, ChatGPT now can take actions for you. It can do things. So it'll actually bring up a little cursor, start clicking around when you ask it to. It can help you book reservations or flights, or even just edit a document that you're working on. We're really excited to share this with you. So Ryan, our lead designer on the project, is going to show you a tour of Atlas.
Thanks, Adam. All right, so I get to do the demo of the core flows in Atlas. What you should see here is your home screen. This is what you'll be presented with when you first download and open the app, or anytime you create a new tab.
It looks exactly
like Chrome. We tried to create an
Chrome.
Experience here that will feel totally familiar coming from a traditional browser, but with all the power of ChatGPT baked in. To that end, you'll see there's a composer in the center of the screen where you could ask chat a question like normal. You can get to all of your tools, your models, and your sidebar with all of your chat history. So, but because it's a browser, you can do more. Type Hacker News. Chat's going to take me to the URL. I could reference a bookmark in human language, and it's going to open my commits for this Galaxy diff. You can use browser memory to search your web history for something that you know you've seen before, but you don't know exactly where it is. So let me say, search web history for a doc about Atlas.
I want them to write POR.
No, I made this somewhere.
Someone in the workspace
Searching your
doing,
browser
like,
memories.
shit, bro. I know it.
And there you go. It looks like it found the doc I'm talking about.
That's pretty cool.
Docs.
You can just
If I tap it, you'll
reference
see it all up in
something
there.
about your browser
Back to
history.
the homepage for one final
I don't know. It
feature.
doesn't feel
That's happened to
Below
me
the
before,
composer
where
on
it's like,
Atlas,
I'm
you'll
like,
see
what the
suggestions.
heck was this about? I
These
know what it's
suggestions
about,
are
but I
kind of
can't
the
remember
first
the
version of
website.
personalization in Atlas. It will be generated for you based on what Atlas understands about what you've been up to or might be trying to do next. They can be as simple as a news story it thinks you might be interested in, or as advanced as an agent task that's going to delegate through for you and kind of click through your tabs. The more you use Atlas, the better these suggestions get. And again, it's very much a V0 of personalization, but we're really excited to see where the homepage of the browser goes as we delve deeper onto this. Okay, so that's the home screen. Now I'm gonna hop over to that GitHub example and show you my personal favorite feature. So here I have some code I was working on this morning. It's a shader for a little galaxy generator. And in the top right, there's this Ask ChatGPT button. You'll see this on any website you visit, and when you click it, it creates a companion sidebar. It's basically you inviting ChatGPT into your corner of the internet. You can do all of the things you would expect to be able to do with ChatGPT, but now it can see whatever that specific web page is. It might sound simple, but it's actually been a major unlock for how I use the browser.
This is what I wanted for
tool that's very much
comment.
about displaying information for you to edit into this tool that understands the information it's displaying, and in some cases can even edit it for you. So as a suggestion here to just summarize the contents of this diff, let's ask for that.
Of course, they always show the best thing, but then when you use it,
it commits an even more galaxy. It's updating a few of the visuals and how this particle generator works. This is cool, but what I really want to know is this safe to cherry pick into the RC launching today?
I thought we said no more changes today.
There's always time for one more. Okay, it thinks this is pretty low risk.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I'm not sure I totally agree with that one, but it is just a visual change. And that's side chat. You can use this in a wide variety of cases. Comparing products, bringing it into your own corner of the internet. I use it a lot for pull requests or Slack when I want to summarize a channel I've been reading. It's really useful, and we're excited for you all to try it.
I think also Ben mentioned how it makes you more curious. Now that you have this by your side, you just ask a lot more questions, which I really love about it.
Totally. It's a little bit of a paradigm shift where you go from just having this sort of one call, one response to you can kind of keep workshopping until you get what you're looking for, which is very in keeping with chat.
Yeah, I often find I'm browsing, I just keep this thing open and I just like flow questions into it as I go.
Totally. Speaking of keeping it open, let's take a look at search, which has some more of this side chat to show. So I'm going to search for this movie I want to see. And we've made some major upgrades to search on ChatGPT when accessed via Atlas. So we know that search is kind of one of the core flows in a browser for navigating the internet. And a lot of these searches can be very keyword-based or short. And LLMs traditionally struggle with that, where they don't have enough context to provide a great answer. One of the first things you'll notice is anytime you search within Atlas, you get these tabs across the top. You can quickly pivot your experience into something more like a traditional search engine with images, videos, or news stories, all without losing that core chat experience on the Home tab.
So actually really smart.
Some nice images,
game
a few updates on what this is. Let's see if we can
find
a link. I'll take this.
Because it's a win-win either way. They either end up rolling out their own product, which is awesome.
One really interesting thing here
or
is that
they buy
click a link from
the competitor. It's
Atlas,
the best.
By default, it's going to slide chat over and open the web.
It's not okay, and it's not
now,
good,
if you don't want that,
especially
you can
the
always
fact that
command click
people
the
are
link,
still falling for this
or
shit
just
because
click
this
the
will
Ask
create
ChatGPT button and close it. But it has
a
this kind of nice
oligopoly, or at
property
the worst
of
case, a
you have a
monopoly, and then
companion
do you
with
want all
you
your
as
data
you
to go
search
to
the
one
internet.
company,
So
and one company
maybe I
that
want to go
actually
to a
sells your
different
data to
review
third
here. I'll try
parties
this
and
Yahoo
even
one.
to the government,
Haven't you already
Palantir and these other companies, etc.
Yeah.
Even like if you actually develop an AI company startup, you're very limited on the options you will have then, because literally this could be your competitors and they literally seen everything you're doing. So then what the fuck do? You cannot use them or their models. Otherwise they will try to easily copy you because they have all the data of how you did it and whatever you did because you gave it to them in some way. So yeah, it's like it's interesting. I don't like that idea.
The idea of
you're giving too much power to one organization that's copying everything. Let's say for some reason they literally wanna, because MyWorker gets too big, or like the AI sales agents get too big, and they're like, you know what, we should just add that into OpenAI. And they're like, you know what, almost every founder that we know that's done this gave us all the info, how they did it, what they did, etc., because they were using ChatGPT. They just made it easier for us to just copy whatever they were doing and do it. And then of course they have all the money and stuff, so they could literally try to do that, to also take all of these people out. So it's just like a cycle. I don't like that.
Daniel's movie, what's your review?
I've seen it twice, actually. I recommend it. Really, really good, actually. Let's just ask for a quick summary of this review. Can you summarize this review in 5 words or less? Maybe we can get to the meat of it.
This is where I think this new model of search is actually really powerful, because it makes it's like a multi-turn experience. Like you can just have this back and forth with your search results rather than just being sent off to a web page. You can use this to really understand.
Totally. Yeah.
Wow, that's a great review.
Huh.
PTA's best.
All right, I have to check it out.
That's a high bar. Definitely go. It honestly is great. Okay, for the last demo I'm going to show you in these core flows, I'm going to hop over to my Gmail drafts. So we know a really popular flow in ChatGPT is to draft some writing in a note or a doc or an email, copy that writing, bring it to ChatGPT, workshop it a bit there, maybe change the tone or tenor, language, spell check, grammar, whatever it may be. Get to something you're happy with, copy the output of that, bring it back to wherever you're working, paste it there. With Atlas, we wanted to try to flatten that flow to something that feels like you can just do it inline on any form field or text box on the internet. So here I have an email. I was writing to one of the other designers on the team about this beautiful shader he worked on for Agent. I can just select the text and hit the ChatGPT nub. Maybe I'll just say, tidy my language. It doesn't look like it was my best to begin with back there.
It's super convenient.
Now I know why your emails are so polished.
Yes, well, all right, there you go. So you get your update. I could ask for another edit if I wanted. It lets you do all of this in line. Then when I hit update, it's going to take whatever your text selection was, replace it just in that. It allows you to perform really scoped edits in a super useful way. We call it cursor chat. Really excited to see what people do with it. Let's hit send, fire that off to Omar.
Awesome.
There we are. Those are the core flows for ChatGPT Atlas.
That's awesome. Great work, you guys. Thanks very much. So that's a little bit about what makes ChatGPT in your browser just an easier part of your daily work. One thing that you can see a little bit of there, but really comes through when you use it, is this is just a great browser all around. It's smooth, it's quick, it's very nice to use. But now we want to show you a more advanced feature, which is agent mode in ChatGPT. And so Pranav, Justin, and Will are here to show you that.
Hey everybody, my name is Will Ellsworth, and I'm the research lead for the agent in Atlas.
My name's Justin. I'm an engineer on the Atlas team.
And I'm Pranav, one of the product leads on Atlas.
And we get to show you how Atlas is able to browse the web and do things for you in agent mode. There's honestly so many different ways you can use this, right? Maybe you want to hand off a task that you're just not interested in doing, or you want it to teach you how to do something in software you've never seen before. This is a preview, but honestly, we've just been blown away by how powerful this agent can be with full access to your browser and your personal internet. That makes safety really important, right?
Absolutely.
And so we've built safety into every part of our stack, from the model all the way to the product experience, which Pranav will tell us a bit more about. But why don't we see it in action?
Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it.
All right, so
Rock and roll.
we have been planning a haunted house.
Really excited for this.
Yeah, I'm pumped. And for whatever reason, I got roped into being the project manager for this. And we have a Google Doc that we've been using to kind of informally plan out our tasks. And so you can see, some people have filled in their current week's tasks. And unfortunately, there are a couple of issues here. So the first problem is, as you can see by the to-dos, some people have not filled in their current week's task. And so I would love to leave a comment politely reminding them to do so. And then second is, while Google Docs is this amazing tool, we also have some more formal task management software called Linear. And I would love to take all of the current week tasks that have been filled out and convert them into linear tasks or into linear verbiage issues. So the tough part here is I have very little project management experience, don't really know how to use linear.
I don't know why we put you in charge of this.
Yeah, beats me.
But
I therefore would love to just delegate this to agent mode in Atlas and have it take care of this for me. And so what I can do is I can click this agent mode here, and you can just find this with the plus button, selecting agent mode. And I'm going to kick this off. And this agent mode tells ChatGPT that I want it to actually take actions on my behalf inside of Atlas. And so you see it has its own cursor. It's going to be clicking around as if it were me, has access to all my local authentication, all my history.
So basically it's doing the same as Comet. Continue playing, I want to see.
Feel like a natural extension of myself. And I'm going to hand off over to Justin.
Yeah, the team paid a lot of attention to the product experience here, right? We really wanted to make it feel like it was coming alive, and you could see exactly what the agent was doing, so you could start to build trust that it was doing what you wanted it to.
But yeah, just to emphasize this point, this is ChatGPT in agent mode using your web browser for you locally. It's got all your stuff. It's clicking around for you. You can watch it or you can't. You don't have to, but this is like really, it's using the internet for you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like right in your tab, and that's one of the cool things about the experience of using agent in Atlas.
So it looks like it is kicking off.
So yo, what's up, peak of internet?
I don't need to sit and watch it, right? I can let it just do its thing in the background and use my browser for other things. So here we have a recipe. We're planning a potluck, right?
Yeah, really excited about this recipe.
Yeah, and so I'd like to show you how
all right, guys, just if you're joining, we're watching the live stream.
One thing that I always struggle with recipes
OpenAI. They just launched a new browser.
Right. It's somewhere in the recipe page. It's some serving size. I need to figure it all out. So I like to use Atlas to ask ChatGPT what ingredients do I need to buy to cook? Do I need to cook this for
I just threw in with Leo Ortiri.
And ChatGPT is going to go ahead and read the web page, figure out the ingredients, kind of do some math for me, and tell me exactly what I need.
So useful.
Yeah, in the past I've told it that I like my shopping list organized by grocery aisle to make it a little easier to shop for. And looking at this, you know, I have most of this, honestly. I just need the meat and the produce. So I'm going to say, can you order the meat and produce for me? And we'll shut off how you can start agent mode by clicking a button, right, which is really useful if you know to reach for it. But in those moments that you don't, ChatGPT can figure out that the way to accomplish this is to take over your browser, right? You're always in control. You always have the option to approve or reject it. So I'm just going to click continue to hand the task off to agent.
Yeah, and I love how collaborative agent is in Atlas. So you can just hand off your tabs. You can go back and forth, and we've really improved agent a bunch to make sure that it's a lot better and faster at these collaborative tasks. And as you can notice, like at any moment in time, you could take control. And so one thing that's really great about this is like agent already knows that Justin likes to shop at Safeway, on Instacart, and so it knows exactly where to go when all he said was, can you order this for me? And so it's found its way over to Instacart, and it's starting to search. You can see how it like types way faster than I do.
And I pride myself in my typing speed, and this is just blowing me out of the water.
Yeah, exactly, and it started adding items to the cart already. And so I want to take this moment actually to talk about, you know, despite all of the power and awesome capabilities that you get with sharing your browser with ChatGPT, that also poses an entirely new set of risks. And so it's really important to us, in addition to a bunch of built-in safeguards like ChatGPT agent is only ever operating on your tabs. It can't execute code on your computer or access other files. It's just in your tabs. That you're also in control of exactly what you're handing over access to. And so if I open a new tab just to show this off, you always get to decide whether ChatGPT agent is logged in or logged out. And so we really recommend thinking carefully about, for any given task, does ChatGPT agent need access to your logged in sites and data? Or can it actually work just fine while being logged out with minimal access? And that same principle of control carries through to our entire browser experience. Ryan showed off these awesome browser memories that power these suggestions earlier. It's also worth noting that those are completely optional. You can decide whether you turn them on in onboarding or not. You can always see the memories themselves and manage them in settings. And for any time you don't want you don't want this to be remembered by ChatGPT, you always can make a new incognito window. And so you'll be able to do this to ask questions like what to do when your palms are sweaty on a live stream.
Asking for a friend, right?
Yeah, of course. And I'm realizing I don't think I want everyone to see the answer to that, so why don't we go back and check out
I don't know if I need you using my computer.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Should we go back and check how the task went?
Let's do it.
So here's our Instacart order. Awesome. You can see that in just about 2 minutes, the agent was able to go through, fill out the cart, and it's just so useful having the cart filled out and delivered to you like this, right? It doesn't need to go all the way to making the purchase order. In fact, it's better for me if I can review what it did and decide to buy or add more things to my cart or whatever else I need to do.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Cool. And then let's take a quick look at the linear task.
Nice.
And so, yeah, looks like it successfully added these tasks to linear. And it's a little hard to see on the screen, but it's also tagged the right people for each task. One cool feature is it shows you relevant tabs at the bottom, so you can see what tabs it's worked on. So I can go back and check the Google Doc and see, great, it looks like it's tagged all the people who had the to-dos, and it's given them a polite reminder to fill this out.
It's going to save me so much time.
Yeah. And save my job because I was not familiar with this whole project management thing. Yeah. So we've seen a couple of awesome examples of how ChatGPT can actually control the Atlas browser and perform useful actions on your behalf. And so in the same way that GPT-5 and Codex are these great tools for vibe coding, we believe that we can start in the long run to have an amazing tool for vibe lifing. So delegating all kinds of tasks, both in your personal and professional life, to the agent in Atlas. You know, one of the great joys of working at OpenAI is when we release technology, people outside the company always come up with way more creative ideas for how to use it than we can. Maybe we're just not super creative folks, but I'm really excited to see all the unexpected and cool ways that you can use the agent in Atlas, and we're really excited to ship this. So with that, back to Sam.
We are indeed really excited to ship this. We hope you'll love it. So this is going live today for macOS worldwide. For all of our users, although agent mode is only available to Plus and Pro users for now. We want to bring this to Windows and to mobile devices as quickly as we can. We think people will, hopefully you'll love this as much as we do. There's a lot more to add. This is still early days for this project. We think the kind of idea that we're excited about is what it means to have custom instructions follow you everywhere on the web, and as you have this agent that you're having do things for you, getting to know you more and more, pulling stuff together for you proactively, finding things that you might want on the internet and bringing them together, which we showed a little bit of. We think we can push that quite far. So we hope you'll check this out. We hope you will enjoy it, and please send us feedback. Thank you very much.
ChatGPT.com/Atlas. Let's download it.
You didn't listen to it?
I'm a pro user.
But this is not a Mac OS.
I would guess I missed that part. So it's only available on Mac? What the heck?
Yeah, they're gonna release it for other devices. They said soon. I don't know when soon, but that's what they said. They could have released it for Windows before this. This is a choice they made, maybe because Apple got involved and they were like, no, we need to stay relevant. I send the link on the group. It's chatgpt.com/atlas. Yeah, see, macOS.
Yep, only on Mac.
I would complain on X.
Okay. It's pretty cool. All right, guys, that was the announcement. now that Tech Week is over, we've got a lot of follow-ups to go through. So I'm gonna go through that, and I'll just play some Spotify music for you guys.
What are you gonna do now?
What's up?
What are you gonna do now?
I gotta just get through a bunch of follow-ups.
Oh, okay.
I might actually head over to Santa Barbara today.
You will go see a family?
Yeah. Do you want to come?
At what time?
Probably pretty soon.
Really? We'll see. Finish your stuff quickly, and we'll see.
Yeah. You know, I think I'm just gonna end the stream here.